right, so you haven't watched shows yet. What are you currently into then? What are you doing there now?
I'm into Gundam right now.
Ooh. Didn't expect that.
In Gundam.
Like Gunpla and stuff?
Yeah, Gunpla. I started making Gunpla stuff. I'm doing a Gunpla making stream, and it's really fun.
It's a rich man's hobby.
What's your favorite Gundam?
My favorite Gundam. I'm a fan of Turn A.
Oh, Turn A Gundam. Okay.
Yes, yes. I like.
I understand.
I like the Metal Orphans one. Yes.
You mean the you mean Iron-Blooded Orphans?
I don't know anything about Gundam. I'm so sorry.
I like the Metal Hemoglobin Orphans.
I don't know anything about Gundam. I'm just again pretending.
I think we're all pretending because the only Gundams I've seen, unfortunately, are like the mainstream Gundams, like
Wing and
Double O, Gundam Seed, which all Gundam fans want to forget.
So, have you been a fan of Gundam for a long time, or is it just recently you got into it?
Recently,
okay.
What made you get into it?
First of all, it was Gunpla. I love making stuff.
Cosplay,
cosplay. I love sewing. I love making little stuff, and it began like making Gundam. I got into it. I don't know because I had time. I'm a streamer.
To be fair, it is like perfect streamer content.
Well, it's like a just chatting stream with something to distract you.
Yeah.
I definitely want to, because like I really wanted to get into it as well, but I know so little about the Gunpla world that I didn't even know where to start.
You didn't even know about the grades.
I didn't even know about the grading
I
system.
didn't know that.
Yeah. There's HG.
Yeah. Just high grade?
I think it stands for high grade.
And these are all on the boxes?
It's on it.
I didn't know this. Why has no one told me this?
Me neither.
HG for beginners. So I'm starting from HG.
And 4K.
I just recently made RG, which is
rare grade.
Real grade.
Is it real?
Real grade.
Yeah.
Real grade.
Real grade.
And
It was like
on top of that, there's MG.
Is this the Imperial system or something?
Wait, so perfect grade isn't the top? I can't remember.
Oh wait.
Perfect grade's the top.
I thought perfect grade was
grade
the
is
top.
on top of MG, master
grade.
We've got tier list, motherfucker.
And then PG is Predator grade, obviously.
Predator grade.
Hell yeah, I can get into that.
Or like the only reason I know about Gunpla is mostly through my editor, Alan, who's also a big mecha fan.
He is obsessed with Gunpla.
Big Gundam fan as well. I've built a few Gunpla in my life. It's
Built a Code Geass one?
Huh?
Code
You built a Code Geass Gunpla?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Actually, do you want to know how I started off discovering Gunpla?
What?
So my cousin, because here's the thing, Gunpla and like Gundam and mecha in general was like super massive in Southeast Asia, and I know a lot of people who actually like they don't even know Gundam, but they build Gunpla. Right, because they're just a massive fan of Gunpla.
Yeah,
as opposed
that's me right now.
Exactly right.
I don't like much.
The Gunplas are more appealing than the show for me.
So I remember every time I'd go to my cousin's house, and if you've been watching Trash Taste, this was the cousin that showed me scary movies when I was a kid. Right. So we're, he's basically my older brother. But I remember every time I'd go to his house, he had this room and he had this cabinet, right? That was just basically just Gunpla. It was all Gunpla, and that's how I knew what Gunpla was, right? So I didn't know you had to build it. So be me. I'm like 5-6 year old. I see a cabinet full of giant robots. What do I think?
I'm gonna play
They're
them.
toys.
Yeah.
so I
That's not on 6-year-old Can't. That's not on you.
Okay, so the first time I think the first time I remember going to that room, he goes to the toilet or something, or his mum calls him, I don't remember, but he leaves me alone in that room for like a good 15-20 minutes. So what do? I want to start playing with the toys. So I didn't know. I thought
Pain Olympics.
Yeah. So this is like I'm describing the Pain Olympics now. So I see them all on the shelf, and I grab two off the shelf.
And they start fighting, right?
And then of course they're giant robots in my hand. What are they gonna do? They're gonna start fucking fighting. So I start going because I think they're fucking Transformers or something, right? Exactly like the BBC. But like, yeah, of course. So I started playing around with them. Things start flying off. I think like the fucking laser sword breaks. I don't fucking know. I'm like 6-year-old. And like when my cousin comes in, he literally had a bottle of water in hand. He drops it. It was like you know that scene in a movie where like the person sees something and they drop the coffee. He actually just fucking did that, and I didn't know he was in the room until I heard the water bottle dropping.
Falls in slow motion.
Yeah.
Ooh, what you say?
and this is the only time I think he's ever shouted at me in my life.
I don't blame him for that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's when he's like started showing me scary movies because like
I gotta get back somehow.
he's got to get me back somehow.
It's just like that scene in Community when he walks in with the pizzas and the whole place is on fire. It's just what?
Man,
Yeah.
I guess Gunpla are kind of like sophisticated Legos in some ways, right?
Kind of, yeah.
It's like really difficult Lego.
Because
It's
because it's
IRL
like a
Minecraft.
cool, yeah.
Like
You know,
if you think about it.
The way I think about it is that the Minnie the Pooh meme. You know the Minnie the Pooh meme with the one
Minnie
where
the Pooh.
Minnie the Pooh.
fuck my brain. Winnie the Pooh meme.
Yeah.
The one where like he's in a suit.
Yeah.
It's like Legos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gunpla.
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 I know Gunpla fans gonna be pissed off with me saying that they're Legos,
How
but
dare
come on,
you
they're
even compare.
fucking Legos.
How dare you compare? I had these things called like. Did you guys ever have these things called like Meccano?
I had Bionicle. Shout out to Bionicle fans.
Yeah, but that's Bionicle. So there was
I
like
love Bionicle.
Lego, and then you move on to Bionicle, which is like kind of difficult Lego.
Bro, Bionicle like. for
and then
big boys.
Meccano introduces like screws.
Oh, I think I remember this.
Yeah, and like metal parts, and then you can build like tanks and shit out of it.
Screw the parts together.
Yeah. So it's like
Ooh.
instead of
Oh,
Lego that just
complicated.
kind of like fit together, you get like small screws and like little hooks and stuff like that, and you like actually screw it in. And then on top of that is Gunpla. That's in my head. That's like the difficulty spike, I feel. So now that I've like spent my childhood playing Meccano, I'm like, I'm ready for the next step.
Do you ever get
Gunpla.
Do you ever get stressed out building it when you're trying to like fit a piece together that feels like it shouldn't be going together, but the guide is like, no, you put that piece together and you feel like you're gonna break something? I always get so nervous around that.
When I'm building Gunpla, it's like Zen to me. I'm so.
I feel like you
peaceful.
need to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get too stressed out.
Yeah.
No.
It's very therapeutic.
It's
Yeah.
a therapy.
It's like doing a
Therapy
jigsaw puzzle,
corner.
I feel. It's like you got to be in Zen mode, otherwise you're just gonna rage.
Well, we did a race of a Gunpla.
Yeah, that wasn't fun, you know. So we
Speed running Gunpla's not
we
fun.
did a speed
No.
run of Gunpla.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
So it wasn't Gunpla, but we
No.
were building Asuna from Sword Art Online. So
It
it
was
was
Gunpla
like a
Asuna.
figure making.
It was like a
but-
model, yeah.
Yeah, it was still a model kit, but
Yeah.
that wasn't fun. That wasn't.
Yeah.
When
'cause
you
we
add
lost.
when you add a relaxing activity and put a time limit on it, it just suddenly it doesn't become relaxing anymore. What can I say?
That's why you rarely see like jigsaw puzzle speed runs, just because it would be so
That
fucking-
sounds fun. We should have
That's
that.
so stress inducing. I mean, I'd love to do it, but
Actually, that sounds like an amazing idea.
yeah. Jigsaw puzzle speed run?
I bet there's strats we haven't developed yet because we're just too afraid.
Everyone's just
probably.
like, oh yeah, just find the corners. Like, there must be a way to like optimize it more.
Nah.
Speedrunners, come on, get on it, speedrun.
Yeah, come on.
What are the strats?
Oh my
You're a
god.
big jigsaw puzzle person.
I love jigsaw puzzles.
Oh my god.
Have you ever met anyone who said, I fucking hate jigsaw puzzles?
Never met anyone like that.
Not hate. I've never met anyone who loves them. They're just clearly not very polarizing. I mean, it's a fucking piece of cardboard that you stick together. Like, what's not to like?
I guess if you break it down
I mean,
fundamentally.
it's like saying it's like. Does anyone have any angry feelings towards like Connect 4? It's like no. It's like it's Connect 4. No one feels strongly about it or against it.
Sure, people who are shit at Connect 4.
Yeah, probably.
How are you shit at Connect 4? It's not hard. Thank you, Ashley.
I'll tell that to the people who keep losing at Connect 4.
What about noughts and crosses? What do you call it in Australia? What do you call it?
Tic-tac-toe?
Tic-tac-toe?
Tic-tac-toe.
I call it noughts and crosses in the UK.
Noughts and crosses.
Noughts and crosses.
What's
No, it's like God
noughts?
saying barometer. It's like noughts and crosses.
Noughts and crosses.
What?
I mean, it's like, well, I'm sure tic-tac-toe or noughts and crosses is like stress-inducing to people who are shit at it.
No.
No, it's like when you play that one dude who clearly just knows the winning strat. And
Or just go for the middle.
And will just beat you every time.
Yeah.
You know, then it's like, then I can start to see people being like, fuck this. You know? Even though it's fundamentally just a bunch of lines on a piece of paper, right? Like, it's
Right.
still be stress-inducing.
Oh my God.
Why are we talking about this?
I can't remember.
I don't know where we got on this.
Gunpla.
Yeah,
Where
going
is
back. Going back to Gunpla. So, what is your favorite model kit that you've built so far? Then
I've built a Zukok.
Zugok.
Yeah.
Ooh,
it
now
was
pretend like I know what that is. Ooh.
I know
First-
Zwoku. Why do I know Zugoku?
From StarCraft, right?
下有Zugoku.
Yeah. It's the one that's kind of like short and dumpy, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Why did you say dumpy?
Yeah. See, it's short dumpy.
yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah, and that was
It
my
just looks like-
first RG, so
Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
it was really hard. I hurt my fingers. It was so complicated. The parts like have to move around the parts.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like
But without breaking it, right?
yeah, without breaking it.
Yeah.
It was so hard. I was about
That
to
sounds
break my nail.
stressful.
God, I haven't hard enough time building IKEA furniture, you know.
It's like that, but if the couch was this big.
Where's the perfect grade IKEA furniture? That's what I want to know.
IKEA.
Right, it's already hard enough.
Yeah.
Dude,
There's no such thing as a high grade IKEA furniture. It starts on like master grade.
I get PTSD whenever I thread the screw too much, and then it's like halfway in,
Yeah.
and the screw you're like, oh no, I've got like
And
3
then-
turns left before this is gone.
And then it starts making that like horrible squeaking sound.
Yeah. Like I definitely like building Gunpla up to a point, and then like you finish it, and then you're like, what's this thing that I haven't used? And it's the fucking stickers, and that's when it goes from like a relaxing activity to just the worst thing I could ever hope for.
I wish I liked it.
Yeah, right?
I wish I was into it.
Because
But
it would just be something you can do like on a rainy day,
yeah,
right?
you know.
Yeah, but like I know there's like
And my kids could play with
hardcore-
them.
Yeah.
You can watch their soul leave their body, which is I think what happens.
But I know there's like hardcore Gunpla modelers in Japan that, you know, go to the effort of like, you know, when you like snip off the little bits of plastic.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then there's like those little bits
Yeah,
of plastic
yeah,
sticking
they
out.
cut it.
They're like,
Yeah,
no, they don't even
No,
cut it. They
no.
sand it.
Wait,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
do-
sand it.
Yeah.
I sand it.
Oh, you
too.
do the
Sand it?
sanding?